Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and another video of the complete bathroom repair series. Before we proceed, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more awesome content. Like and share this video. Thank you. Let's get straight to it. After a somewhat prolonged break between posting videos, which was necessitated by certain personal and technical holdups, I finally gathered enough courage to continue on this journey of sharing my experience about fixing the bathroom. In this episode, I'll show some of the steps and hiccups I had to go through in order to get closer to completion of this project. This is probably the most fun because of the visual appeal and mental satisfaction of accomplishing something and having actually to show something for it. First, I completely removed all remnants of the old bathroom finish. Yes, these hideous tiles and moldy drywall around the window. Then seal the cracks with foam sealant. Following this, I hurried up and started installing drywall. Some of you may already know why this was a big mistake on my part, or even two mistakes. My first big mistake is that I covered passage for heated floor wires. You might get confused and ask, why do I show machining in this video? Is it my third big mistake? Just kidding. Well, it's because it is incredibly useful to have shop machinery at your disposal. Here I show turning of both ends of the drill extension. One end will hold the drill bit with a set screw. The other will be clamped into a drill chuck. I am drilling the base plank from two sides, making sure there is a passage, Then feed wires through, then catch them with the extended grab tool. I must have spent more than a couple of hours on these wires, which could have been avoided, because soon after pulling wires, I noticed a little subtle squeak. The squeak seemed to be contained to just this area of the floor. Surely, having gone to this extent in remodeling activities, leaving this unaddressed would be nothing short of a crime against myself, knowing that it would haunt me even after future sale of the house. So, guess what? I ended up cutting the piece of drywall anyway to install a couple of screws into floor joists. Pardon my camera's autofocus. After completing the drywall, I went on to perfecting wall structures around the tub. If you notice, there are double studs. These add-ons I installed when remodeling the other bathroom behind this wall. The original wall is not plumb, but my planks are. All that is needed is to add more planks to compensate for the negative offset. I tried to reclaim as much material as possible, which assumes removing nails and screws and occasionally scraping off some old glue. I also built up studs on the side where plumbing will be, to adapt to the tub width. To install a tub, you'd have to put it in place at least twice. First, to mark all the studs at touching points, then remove it, which proved to be easier said than done. At this point, you probably realize what was my second big mistake. It was not just big, but also a tolling strain on my back. These plywood pads are there to raise the tub for floor tiles. I made all necessary grooves and cuts in studs for better fit, as well as install supporting beam under the brim. Time to put it back for good. Always install tub first, then drywall. Luckily, I got away with just a small crack, which should get covered by tiles without any issues. The perfect fit is always a nice reward for an extra hard labor. Gaps are filled with thin pieces of wood. You see that the front portion, the skirt of the tub, is not the sturdiest part of it. These 3/4 inch plywood pieces are there to reinforce the skirt. After securing the tub, it's time to dress it up with some plumbing. This overflow drain opening looks like it was done during night shift at the factory. Easily workable around though by drilling new through holes. The rest of it went together according to the plan, without causing too much headache. Except, well, just keep watching for the water fill test. Copper sweating is my favorite part because I improved the most in this process. I pre-assembled and marked all the pieces in the immediate proximity from the water valve. It is done to prevent overheating of the valve. Threaded pieces turned forward for tighter sealed connection. Sweating is done in the air, followed by mechanical assembly and more sweating. Just loving it. The initial test fill revealed a couple of small water leaks which are not to be ignored. Reassembly of the main water inlet with new sealant solved the issue. While the sealant is drying, I completed the wooden framing around the tub and installed reinforcement for a shower curtain rod. The tub will be surrounded by stone tiles and cement board is the best choice for the base under tiles. After making sure there is no more water leaks, I proceeded with the process. The toilet flange is raised above the subfloor to compensate for the thickness of cement board, heated floor mat, and tiles. The floor is lined with 1/4-inch cement board. And this, I think, is a good point to conclude this episode. Almost 3 hours of footage had been carefully edited and compressed to make it into a presentable piece of art, just so you can enjoy watching the work of a professional tinkerer-in-chief. You are free to disregard this my last remark as long as you leave a comment under this video. If you are still here, I thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the final episode of this project and many others to come. Cheers!